Welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host, Shakaama. If you've been following me for some time, you know that I went to law school. I need $100,000 to finish because the money ran out. I was on a scholarship, but the scholarship was only 2 years. So I had like a 4.0 and all of these accolades getting into law school actually I was in graduate school at the time, and I did not complete graduate school to jump at the opportunity to get all of these scholarships to have a free ride at law school for 2 years, not thinking that I should probably secure more money to complete the degree. So that's why I need $100,000 to finish at the particular school. It's in Louisiana, so that does not transfer to any part of the rest of the country. Louisiana is on a Napoleonic Code and the Hammurabi Code, and that's what they teach. They do not teach common law. Common law is not that hard, but that's where it stands. So it doesn't transfer. Other schools would probably not even understand what I would be talking about. I, from time to time, pay attention to court cases from the point of an actual friend of the court, amicus of the court. Friend of the court. I've been watching divorce court, and I have one thing to say. Female crime is completely ignored systemically. As much as women want to complain, men are way too nice. But here's the problem. The judge makes $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year. His view of things, that your petty little $1,200 that you're arguing over, is an annoyance to him. So, he also has no patience for men. This is why women are literally getting away with murder. Female crime is completely ignored in court, especially in divorce court and family court. She beat the children, but we're going to give her the children. It doesn't make sense. There needs to be a complete reform. Texas is talking about completely revamping no-fault divorce. And the feminists are coming unglued. How dare you force a woman to stay in an unhappy marriage? First of all, happily married and unhappily married is propaganda. The only people who are happy with each other, pretty much, are people who are like brothers and sisters. And that's is in the case that they love each other, right? Two brothers, for the most part, love each other and can grow up and could probably live together for the rest of their life. It's not a given that father and son, daughter and father, daughter and mother, son and mother, they might not love each other. But two brothers, that's probably the biggest bond that there is in life, that there could be amongst humans. The idea that you are going to be happily with somebody for the rest of your life is a ludicrous idea. This is why I keep saying, do not marry for love. Love is fleeting. Love is cyclical. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. Even the cute little puppy that you think is wonderful and cute, this second, it might pee on your favorite carpet, and then you hate the puppy. Love is fleeting, and you might get mad, and the reaction of you getting mad at the puppy peeing on the carpet is all about you, because the puppy doesn't know any better, right? But you getting completely unglued, and that's you. That's not the puppy. So the idea that you are not happy in a marriage is a you thing. And feminists, in an effort to destroy families, has convinced women that you being unhappy in this second is significant for some reason, and that you need to then destroy your life, your children's life, your marriage life, the financial, and just so you understand, 50% of women are completely bankrupt within 5 years of divorce. And of those 50% of those are homeless after 5 years. And the feminists will say, well, that's not fair. No. We're adults. You want equality. This is what you asked for. This is with child support. This is with alimony, bankrupt, and even homeless. Why? Because women are being trained to be little children. And little children do not make good financial decisions, nor do they have financial education, nor do they seek out to have financial education. But I want to hone in that women commit crimes and the courts ignore it. It needs to be stopped. I think if we actually held women accountable for crimes, I'm not talking about something subtle. I'm talking about crime. If we actually held women accountable for crime, at the very least, I think there would be a big chunk of the divorce that would stop happening. Even so, let me give you actual real numbers. 30% of marriages end in divorce. 30%. Not 50, not 40, not 60, not 70. 30. So you have a 1 in 3 chance of failing. It goes up from there. And it goes up from there on the woman's part. A one-time divorced woman has something like a 70% chance to divorce in a second marriage. And then a 2-time divorced woman has something like a 90. You haven't even signed the dotted line and she's divorcing you. Why is this happening? She's mentally unstable. She should not have been married to begin with. You all are marrying the wrong person. Understand. Please share this video. Please share this video with your congressman, with your state congressman. Share this with your judge. You're ignoring crimes and not charging women with crimes in family court. They do all sorts of, it has to be something really egregious, and the media has to get a hold of the information and then publicize it for them to actually hold an actual criminal trial for the woman. Women are getting away with crime in family court. Here's another thing. Do you know that it is a crime to say in court that the father doesn't love the children or the father does stuff to the children, and it's not true? That is a crime. That is an actual crime. It is, of the fathers who get custody of the children, it is something like 70% of the time that the woman has said something like that. And of course, the husband's attorney comes out and says, I have receipts. That never happened and she's lying. And that seems to be the only time that they're holding women accountable, when they do hold her accountable. But that's a crime that's ignored a lot. They do that to get custody. It's a crime. It's an actual crime. Also, it destroys the children because you don't only get custody, but then you get sole custody and the father is not in the children's lives at all when all you did was lie to the court. Not only did you lie to the court, but you also, there's other legal stuff that is in consideration when you do stuff like that. It's a crime and women are not held accountable for it. Also, you probably have a bad attorney if your attorney is not holding her accountable for it. There are a lot of bad attorneys, and every myriad of what that word bad means applies. Bad procedurally, doesn't know his stuff. A lawyer needs to be, this is why pre-law in schools basically gives you 10 degrees, because you have to wear all of these hats. Financially, bad lawyer. Procedurally, bad lawyer. Administratively, bad lawyer. Detectively, bad lawyer. Discovery is a thing, and discovery normally makes or breaks a case. Discovery is, I want you to tell me everything that I ask for, and a lot of lawyers play stupid games with the discovery and then dump an entire semi-truck worth of stuff onto the lawyer's desk or the lawyer's law firm, literally giving them hundreds of thousands of documents. And it says, you want to do discovery? Here's discovery. We'll give you all of this stuff. And of course, it takes the Department of Justice to sift through stuff like that. Literally hundreds of thousands of documents. They play little games. Discovery makes or break the case. So If she gets up and says, he's a terrible father, he hates the children, he does stuff to the children, the discovery should have already indicated that she is completely lying and you have the receipts, because you hand over everything to all the attorneys have all of the information. And most attorneys completely ignore the crimes that women do. I want you, if you ever deal with an attorney and you ever have to deal with another woman on the other side against you, I want you to keep this video in mind and say, okay, we need to hold this woman accountable for crimes, because women get away with crime in the United States. Thank you all for watching. You have a nice day.